Welcome back to another episode of Stay On Target. I be your host, Dustin the Pirate. In honor of International Talk Like a Pirate Day, I be a pirate tonight. I hope you all doing good out there. Are ye ready for the Ahsoka episode that's coming out tonight? It's one of my favorite shows on television. Or the streams, as they call it, I think, in this year land. But, yes, we're running a bit of a skeleton crew here tonight. It'd be just me and the fact checker. But all of you good people are out there with us, and we're excited to get your takes on tonight, to see what's coming round the pike. But before we go any further, measurement of distance is farther, I believe, we have the one, the only, the fact checker. Say hello, everybody. Say hello, fact checker.
Hey, everyone. How's it going? I'm not going to talk like a pirate.
You must be talking like a pirate, see?
Oh, no. You're doing too good of a job. I'll leave that to you.
All righty, then. Thanks for joining us tonight, not pirate fact checker.
I know. Well, maybe. I like pirates.
You do like pirates.
Oh, yeah. They're pretty awesome.
They are pretty awesome. They are pretty awesome, if we do say. But who do we have with us tonight there, fact checker?
Oh, we've got a great crew, even though we're the ghost crew here tonight.
We barely here, hanging on by the threads of our tattered Jolly Roger.
Yeah, but in the chat, we've got an awesome crew, too. So it's been quite fun.
It's been quite fun, you say. What is this interwebs you speak of?
Oh, man.
I'm so glad the chat is here with us tonight. We got lots of good people. We got Icy Stormy, Hannah Roll. She is a moderator on Target, along with...
Night Sky was here earlier, but had to go take a sleep. So
had to take a sleep. We got Dan, the Stay on Target pilot, in the chat too. Ye be kind to all the moderators. Yes, they make you walk the plank.
They might. You got to be careful.
They might be making you walk the plank tonight. So be kind in those comments. But we're so glad you're here with us tonight. We see Christian Allen, Island Punch Productions, Jane Doe, Dustin Ritherall. I see 2.0, Dustin. I like that one. That normal Dustin sucks. Big kidding. Hunter Davis, a classic, a regular, for what I'm told. I love that fella. He keeps the lights on around here.
Yeah.
We need them. We need those lights to see where we're going.
Into the unknown.
Into the unknown, yes. Speaking of which, so thank you, everybody, for being here with us tonight. We're so glad that you're here with us, joining us in this motley crew, this skeleton, ghostly crew that we are.
Yeah, you also have the Ninjaneer in the chat, and he's saying, buying 10 shirts if Dustin holds the accent the whole stream.
That'd be sounding like a challenge.
Definitely a challenge.
Pirate Dustin, do not give in too easy to these challenges.
Wait, what does that mean? You're going to lose the accent? Or
No. Not sure what no is in pirate, but we keep the accent. Don't you worry there, lass.
Icy said Pirates of the Caribbean movie with Dustin in it.
I'd love to do it. I think that would be a good time. I'd rather be in Star Wars, though. I hear the Star Wars is quite fantastic. Because Ahsoka be one of my favorite shows. So let's get into this speculation time with all ye good folks out there. But before we do, we can't not have a but at the beginning. Did you collect your bounty this week? I hope to be. All right, the icebreaker for tonight. Pirates love icebreakers. I break the ice. Sometimes up north when it gets nice and cold and there be ice on the waters, we break right through it. It not be easy, but we do it. Let's get to this icebreaker before I keep talking. Icebreaker for tonight is... In the Star Wars galaxy, would you rather be a pirate like me? Or one of these bounty hunters, sometimes going after the pirates? Which would you rather be in the Star Wars galaxy? Let me know. I want to hear it from all you good people. I'm going to need your chats tonight to keep things going. I think you already know my answer, but what is your answer, fact checker?
Well, I had to do some research, and do you want me to read this so people can maybe grasp the difference?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, bounty hunters are known to be some of the most professional and skilled warriors in the entire galaxy. Their profession is purely based on their ability to carry out a job. There's a strict code amongst bounty hunters and one that has to be followed. Whereas pirates, they're compared to bounty hunters, but the pirate code is far looser than a bounty hunter, and it's very rare that a pirate will have a contract for the job they take on. So, with that in mind, I would be a pirate.
You have chosen wisely
Nice.
this week.
I try.
Fact checker.
I get to stay.
You do not have to walk the plank.
Okay.
You can stay aboard this crazy crew of me and you, really. Oh, man. I see we got lots of people answering in the comments here.
Yeah, they're bringing it.
Oh, what should they be saying, fact checker? I need to know.
Well, Bismo's in the chat, and he says, is that Hondo?
Me not as good as Hondo. He's a good bounty, though, I hear. He's got a high bounty on him. He's always smelling those profits, somehow beating me to the punch. I love that guy.
You've got Kirsten saying, pirate for sure. Would love to be part of Hondo's crew or maybe Dustin's. That's a good one.
You're welcome aboard anytime.
Yeah. And let's see. We've got the poll going, and Hannah said bounty hunter because they seem to get paid better. That's interesting.
They do be getting paid better sometimes because they're going after the real bounty, the pirates, half the time. It's a lot more work being a pirate. You have a lot more fun, though, I'll tell you that much.
Well, and then, of course, we should have known this, but for Hunter, he said bounty hunter. It's in the name. Seems to fit.
That be making sense, Hunter. You be a good bounty hunter, I hear, from the looks of it, from the sounds of it. I'll be staying clear from you.
Oh my goodness.
What else they be saying out there?
Okay, well, let's see. The Ninjaneer, the pirate lasted like an episode in Mandalorian, then he got.
He did get got. Yes, that was Gorian Shard, I believe you be talking about in The Mandalorian. He was not the brightest. Some called him Old Seaweed Head. That's what we used to call him, Seaweed Head, because he looked like a bundle of seaweed, so he didn't have the brains like the rest of us pirates.
That was
if you know
hilarious.
what I be saying, lad. But yes, let's get into this episode as well. Sounds like many choose the pirate life, which is the only life for me. Let's get into it, though. Seems like there's lots of speculation. There's something else, fact checker. What am I missing
real
here?
fast, let me close the poll.
Oh, yes. Yes.
All right.
Please close the poll.
We're closing it, and it looks like Bounty Hunter won. So even though it's Pirate Day, man.
This is mutiny. Mutiny, I say. You should have joined the pirate's crew. I be coming after ye, bounty hunters, if you be coming after me crew. That is a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one. Thank you for joining. Let's get into this Ahsoka show. We got lots of speculation coming around the bend. All right. But before we do, man, I love to have these butts in here.
Yeah, you got to.
So much booty and bounty. Am I right? Yes. But before we do, if you have any questions of the week or any icebreakers, you can submit them to stayontarget.contact@gmail.com. We will go through them. We will read them. We may read them aloud and shout them from the rooftops to see if they're just right for this show. It'd be a lot of fun to hear your questions out there and answer them here with everyone. All right, let's continue. Ahsoka. Where did we leave off last week, fact checker? There were so many things that happened in last week's episode. We can only speculate as to what's happening next.
Yeah, I mean, she was in the whale, or in the Purgle, so I don't know where we're going.
Got her. The whales got her. I've been hunting those whales for eons. Me and the whales go way back. I can't believe Ahsoka would willingly go in one of those foul beasts. That was the biggest one, Gus.
Yeah.
Gus be the bigger whale. Captured Ahsoka. So we're going into the unknown, what you be telling me?
I think so. I mean, new galaxy. We don't know what they're going to see or experience when they get there. So
there's so much that could happen. I'm excited. I've been through many uncharted waters. Let me tell you, it's a bit dicey, but it is fun because you never know what's coming up next.
Yeah.
But my predictions, being the pirate captain I am, I do feel like we're going to see some new things tonight. I'm hoping that we're going into the new galaxy. It just seems right, as Ahsoka and the giant whale, which I don't know why she went in there willingly or wanted to speak to it. Gus seems like a decent enough whale, but still sketchy because whales in general sink ships. Mm-hmm. They sometimes steal them too into new galaxies.
Yeah.
It'd be frightening. But I think we're going to get into the new galaxy. I hope we see Thrawn tonight. What do you think? He's pirate-like to me in some ways. Actually, he's a little more organized, but he is a good captain. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Yeah, he knows his stuff for sure. I mean, he would rule all the pirates and bounty hunters, probably.
He be trying. He be trying to take over these pirates and bring order to this galaxy, but it's hard to keep old Pirate Dustin down, if you know what I mean. Me and Hondo go way back. Don't you worry.
Oh, but the chat is trying to clear up. I think you said Gus is the Purgle.
Gus is the big Purgle.
No, Gil. We named him Gil.
That was my bad. Sometimes with me old pirate brain, I've been hit a few too many times in the head. I forget that Gil was his name. I forget. We named my whale Gus. I killed him. We ate his carcass for days.
Oh, wow. Had lots of fuel to light the lamps.
He lit a lot of lamps for us. But yes, Gil, my apologies. Gil is the whale bewitching Ahsoka go into to travel to unknown regions of the galaxy. To a totally new galaxy. What shall we name this galaxy?
I don't know. Do we not know what the galaxy is?
We be not knowing what the new galaxy is.
Oh, wasn't it, though, someone deciphered the map or the...
Peridia is the name of the planet we be going to.
Oh, okay.
But I don't believe they be telling us the name of the galaxy. I think maybe we should name it Pirate Dustin's Galaxy. That just makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Maybe it depends on who gets there first. Was it Ezra? Thrawn? We could call it Thrawn's Galaxy. Or that not be rhyming off the tongue.
It doesn't.
That's okay. But yes, I do hope that we see Thrawn tonight, along with Ezra. Although I'm getting a wee bit nervous about seeing Ezra. I was going back. I was watching a few interviews of my favorite creator, Dave Filoni. I believe that guy a pirate. He likes those wolves a bit too much, though. It's starting to freak me out. But he be talking about finding Ezra and how expensive it would be. Kind of makes me curious as to if we shall see Ezra in this. But I do hope that we will see Ezra tonight along with Thrawn. Otherwise, my other speculation for tonight is possibly going to Hera, following Hera and getting the galaxy prepared for Thrawn showing up in the last 2 episodes, and what devastation that brings. But what is everybody saying in the chat? I know this is a conversation between me, you, the fact checker, the skeleton crew, and the chat. Yeah. The chat is what's keeping our boat afloat tonight. What they be saying?
They are, yeah. So the Ninjaneer has a great thought. I have a theory that when Din and Grogu were traveling in hyperspace and Grogu saw the whales, he was sensing and watching the whale holding Ahsoka and her ship. They were passing them. That's interesting.
I like that theory. We did see Purgils whenever that fine little creature. I love that Grogu. He's so cute. Yeah. But yes, I wonder. It does beg the question: will we see the Mandalorian and Grogu in this?
I don't think so. I think they've got to keep it to the main characters we have right now in the Ahsoka show, and add Thrawn and hopefully Ezra.
Arr. Ezra would be a good pirate. Hondo spoke highly of him, that lad. He was so proud. He was double-crossed. He knew how to smell out the prophet, that Ezra. Yes, so much. So much to think about. The Purgle are a big mystery. I hope we get a bit more information about the Purgle. They might be explaining that in tonight's episode, so I hear on the wind.
What?
They might be explaining some of what the Purgle are, or where they be coming from in this episode tonight. That is a speculation I hear on the wind.
It's blowing in the sails.
It's blowing in me sails. It takes us to uncharted waters. Into the unknown. I love that song.
So how would they find out more information about Gil? Like Ahsoka senses it?
Ahsoka senses Gil?
Well, like where they come from, or
it might be just their home planet. They might just be visiting our galaxy.
Oh, interesting.
Perhaps Peridia takes us to their home world.
Yeah.
They just come to our galaxy to collect a few resources and head on back. Or they go to where Force users are, and they might be attracted to them to help them out.
Interesting.
Just depends. There's a lot of different questions. Also, the next one, the big one, is they might be involved with the Grisk, from what I hear, which is basically the canon version of the Uzhong Vong. And the Uzhong Vong, if you didn't know, those fellas are dastardly. They be all about the organics and they're void of the Force. It'd be unnatural, I tell ya. Unnatural. It makes them a difficult one to fight. They are cunning warriors, and they stop at nothing. They love pain, too. It's dangerous. But they might be in association with those Grisk and or the Uzhong Vong. They're kind of the same thing if you really think about it.
Okay, I'll take your word.
You take my word for it there, lass. All right, what's the chat saying about this?
Let's see.
So much going on.
Yeah, Hannah thinks we'll see more of Sabine in this next episode because we didn't see her at all last episode.
I hope so. She be a strong fighter, that lass.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting to see what's going on in that ship as they're doing the hyperspace or hyper galaxy jump.
It'd be nice to follow that story. I've been missing Balin. He seemed like a right justly fella.
Yeah. Is he more of a bounty hunter?
I think he's more of a, what shall I say, more of a bounty, kind of a privateer, if you think about it, yes.
Yeah.
To the highest bidder, he be. But I think there's more to him, that guy.
Well, hopefully, will they reveal some of that?
I hope so.
That would be nice.
Maybe looking back at a few interviews with him.
Okay.
And he seemed to think he may be smarter than Thrawn for the way he be talking about Thrawn in those interviews.
Okay.
That's Ray Stevenson.
Yeah, that would be good.
He said in one interview that Thrawn thinks he's the smartest. Which makes me think that maybe old Balin's got a trick up his sleeve. I'm thinking he might be working for the Grisk. That'd be something I've been wondering this whole time. How did he survive the Purge? Was he even in our galaxy? Was he commandeered?
Balin?
Balin's
working for the Grisk?
Possibly.
But that's crazy.
Could have been a long time ago he come across their ships. They may have taken him captive.
Maybe. Interesting. But that just seems like
He might be playing for a bigger party is all I'm saying.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we'll find out tonight. That would be nice to have more insight into what's going on.
It'd be making sense to me in some ways, because he wants to bring Thrawn to the galaxy to create a new war.
Yeah.
Maybe that war brings unstable times, which is a perfect opportunity for the Grisk to come in and take over everything.
But what benefit would that be for him?
Balin's working for the Grisk.
I know, but what benefit?
He's working with them, so if they come in and take over the galaxy, he's in charge of the new galaxy.
Is he, though?
Then he supersedes Thrawn and the New Republic in one foul swoop.
Yeah.
And maybe the Grisk are more honor-bound.
Maybe.
There are lots of questions.
Are they? They don't look like it. They look quite
Well, the
creepy.
Yuzhong Fong are kind of messed up, but
Yeah.
the Grisk, I'm not as familiar with the Grisk.
Mm-hmm.
They be a warring tribe as well.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't run into them too many times in the sea, but every time we do, I hightail it on out of there. What's the chat be saying? I'm sure many thoughts have been spoken and typed into this chat.
Well, Mrs. Manrique has a few thoughts that she thinks Shin has a connection to the new galaxy. Let's see.
Shin Hati.
Which would be interesting. But again, maybe that will be explained if we find out more of what her and Balin's, real goals are.
That'd be making sense to me.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Shin's from the new galaxy, and Balin was captured and taken there.
Yeah.
Perhaps the reason why he survived the Jedi Purge all along.
Maybe. And then let's see. I think, okay, yeah, here we go. Mrs. Manrique also said, I think the Grisks are in the original galaxy, but the Night Sister stuff in Peridia will help Thrawn. Interesting. We don't have a lot of Night Sister stuff other than the island they were on.
Yes, the Night Sisters, they do have a rich history behind them. Morgan Elsbeth seems to be one of the only ones left in that clan, but they have lots of Sith magic, and I've heard lots of rumors that they might be more powerful than you think, and they might actually be from this new galaxy. That the Night Sisters come from the new galaxy, actually, long time ago.
Yeah, but okay, and so they just kind of got extinguished in the current galaxy, and that's why she wants to, well, but she also wants Thrawn. She's got her, her heart set out for him or whatever.
She hears him across space and time.
Yeah.
What a connection that be.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had a connection as that with my crew and me mateys. Alas, we do not.
Yeah, so Mrs. Manrique also said, I think Balin is just paid and he likes to discover new things. Yeah.
That may be true, but he seems too smart for just that.
Yeah.
He seems as though he's got a trick up his sleeve.
Oh, Hannah says, Balin and Shin are still very father and daughter to me. I could see that.
They might be.
Maybe he married or, found someone he loved in the new galaxy and that's why he wants to go back. It's not about Thrawn.
It could be, aye. And he's using whatever means he needs to get back to his love. Mm-hmm. Love is a strong thing, let me tell you.
Yeah, and we really haven't had too much of that in this series so far.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah.
It makes an old sea dog sad to see not so much love in this galaxy.
Wow, that rhymed.
I be rhyming all night.
Dustin Witherall said, he said unimaginable power, though, seems more than getting paid. I would like to understand more of Balin and Shin's story. So, yeah.
I agree with you, Dustin 2.0. And you be a smart whip. Smart cracker. I love crackers. So does my parrot. I got hit too many times in the head. What do you say, fact checker?
Let's see. Hunter says Balin is playing his own game. Yeah. And again, I hope we see that.
I hope we see that too. We be seeing things here.
Yeah, wow, what just happened?
In the studio. Studio B tonight. I forgot to say that, but obviously you noticed. Because Pirate Dustin does his own thing. But, yes.
We also have Hannah Roll saying, representing the Ascendancy tonight, perfect. Aralani is more formidable than Thrawn, would love to see it. Thrawn doesn't know politics or consequence of action, so maybe Balin is better. Interesting.
That'd be interesting. Do you think he'd be working with the Thrawn Ascendancy?
Yeah.
Balin's skull. Possibly. Possibly, but I think we might be having another crew member join us tonight.
Nice. Who could that be?
Who could that be?
Let's see if in the chat if they can guess. But real fast, the engineer said, sheesh, looks like I might have to buy 10 shirts.
I be keeping this accent the whole time because it's who I be, engineer. Ninjas. I come across a few ninjas in my day. They be tough adversaries, let me tell you. But I think we have one other fair lass with us tonight. Welcome to the show, Librarian.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Pirate Dustin.
Thanks for joining me. We're so happy you could join us tonight. We need all the help we can get. We're running a skeleton crew here. What are your thoughts on tonight's episode? Have you been following along? It be about a fortnight since we've seen you last. Or heard from you. And we'd like to get your take on this episode.
Yeah, I'm glad. Thank you for letting me join the actual Stay on Target show.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
This is a new one for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
Usually it'd just be that old weird Dustin fella on you. But now it's Pirate Dustin, new and improved.
I just don't know how to take this. It's so
Arr.
much.
It's international talk. It's
Yeah.
galaxy-wide talk like a pirate day. Arr.
Okay.
You didn't know what you were coming into.
No, I didn't know what I was coming into.
But he was given a challenge, and apparently he's going to fulfill it.
All right. Dustin's going to see it through. Okay.
I see it through.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get you off target. I'm happy to talk about the show.
Thank you,
get back
librarian.
on,
You keep
right?
us on those books.
All
Yeah.
right. Episode 6 drops in how long?
Oh my,
30
we have about
minutes?
29 minutes now.
29.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
And the
I'm so
chat
excited.
is saying hello and welcome to the
Hello,
librarian.
chat. Happy to be here. Yeah, I'm going to try and keep it on target rather than barely.
Arr, I like that. Because you two usually get way off target, barely on target people, folks.
What?
Arr, I don't know.
All right.
But yes, tonight we be talking many things, speculation for tonight's episode. What do you think's going to happen tonight? Will we see Balin? Will we be seeing Shin?
Yes, I think we're going to see Balin and Shin. We didn't see them at all last episode, so I definitely think that I don't think they're going to give us a 2-episode break from them.
Yeah.
I think the fans have loved their characters, so they're so interesting. This is the first time we've seen them. So I think we're definitely going to see them tonight. I don't know where they're at, if they're still traveling in the new galaxy. I'm super excited to see wherever their journey has taken them.
I agree with you, lass. I really hope we get to see them because they are very interesting to me, a pirate, an old pirate like me.
Right. And we haven't seen Sabine in an episode either.
We'd be missing Sabine.
Right. How are her captors treating her?
Captors that she went to willingly.
Yeah.
Kind of a mutineer, if I dare say.
Yes.
Arr.
I was thinking about that, actually. When they showed Sabine on the ship, or on the what was it, the Scion? Eye of Scion?
The Eye of Scion.
That's what you have, is an eye.
Oh.
Sabine, they had Sabine up there with them at like the, I don't know, whatever it's called, the main portion, instead of in some kind of like jail cell or
Right. They
something.
let her ride up in the fancy cockpit.
Yeah, that just seems
Aye.
weird. I don't know. It just struck me. the other
Yeah.
day.
Well,
Arr.
Shin wouldn't have put her there, but Balin allowed her to join them.
Shouldn't be using the Force on her a little aggressively,
Yeah.
I think. There might be a little bit of
Yeah.
bad blood. Who do you think has more bad blood, Morgan and Shin, or
Morgan?
Morgan Elsbeth and Shin, or Sabine and Shin?
I would assume Morgan. We don't know that Sabine's known her any longer than this.
True.
But you're guessing maybe she does.
Maybe there might be some bad blood. I did see in the chat earlier that we had coffee. Oh, I missed
Coffee
it.
on Corbin.
Coffee on Corbin. Thank you for joining us. And Bismo is here as well. And all of you good people that are already here. KG has joined us as well.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here with us tonight on Intergalactic Talk Like a Pirate Day. In honor of me, lad, Hondo. I love that fella. But yes, there's so much that could possibly happen tonight.
Yes, I repeat Skylark sentiments. I have no idea where this episode is heading, but I can't wait to see where they take it.
Yeah.
I agree. The hype
There's
is through
so
the
many
roof.
possibilities. We could be following like 3 different arcs or
Yeah.
storylines here, basically.
Yeah, because there's the Hera story too, but I
Right.
kind of feel like they should save that
I
for.
think it's that wouldn't be
something
quite as
else.
interesting
Yeah,
for
we
us
need-
tonight.
Yeah.
I
need
think
to
we're
see.
definitely going to see Balin and Shin. That's my call anyway.
If we be doing that, I hope it be a side story. Maybe follow Balin and Shin and maybe jump back over to Hera for a little bit, just to kind of see what's going on. But I think they might be saving that. Or it just might not be as important for what's coming in the new galaxy.
True. But it is Ahsoka's show.
It is
We're
Ahsoka's.
Probably gonna get a glimpse of her.
Yes, agreed. She be riding in Gil. Not
Per
Gus.
Gil.
Per Gil.
Not Gus. You totally threw me off there for a minute. I did hear that.
I did. I'm an old.
I thought I missed something.
I'm an old salty dog, and I sometimes forget things and misplace things and forget some more. What did I just say?
Your eye?
Like me eye. I misplaced my eye a long time ago.
Yeah.
It'd be a tale for another time. Let's stay on target.
Well, speaking of, Dan, the Stay on Target pilot said, I hope to see Ezra and Thrawn and maybe Santava.
Santava.
I love Santava.
I mean,
Santa. Yes, librarian. That was a good one. Arr. But yes, actually, what I think would be awesome for tonight as well is if we started off, picture this. Ezra running through the forest. We've spoke of this before. Even Bismo has spoke of this. It was his idea, actually, and I really like the idea. But we start this episode with Ezra running for his life. And he's running in the woods and potentially being hunted by a new unknown foe. The Grisk, I be calling it. And right when he's about to be captured, he uses some new force abilities. Maybe like some Avatar The Last Airbender force abilities. What y'all think of that?
I'm like waiting for the chat to reply. Sorry.
The chat is on fire.
I'm not used to this.
Just like my leg.
Being able to. What?
It's made of wood. Shiver me timbers.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I love that. That'd be interesting.
I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I want to see Ezra have new
Force abilities.
Yeah, force abilities
Yeah.
that are stronger and different than what we have seen.
Aye.
Avatar's great, so yeah, I'd love to see him.
It just
that.
makes sense for the
I
fact
know,
that
with Filoni.
Dave Filoni worked on it. He be bringing his experience to the table. Yes, do you see? What about you, fact checker?
Yeah, I think that would be neat. I mean, it'll just be good to see Ezra in general. And and yeah, it would make sense that maybe he has some new abilities because I guess we don't know what else he's been doing all this time.
Right.
So
I really would love to fill in those gaps to know.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Maybe a catch-up. We did speak of this on Bismo's show last
yeah.
week.
That could be.
What if there was a catch-up episode of Ezra? Maybe we leave off right where Ezra and Thrawn were taken to the new galaxy, and we see what happened over time, what they were doing, what they've been working on, how they've been surviving in this new galaxy.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, the
As long
chat's
as it's just one episode, then we got to get back to that.
yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Can't spend too much time on it, but enough that it
Right.
feels
Can you believe
It could
we're
be
down
a-
to just the 3 episodes, right?
Yes, only 3 episodes left.
Yeah.
So much to pack in. We have so many questions that need to be answered.
yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Jed Moore, sorry.
Oh, no.
Go ahead.
The chat agrees that it would be awesome to have a scene like that or Ezra like that. But Hunter says, no way we get a scene that good.
I don't have much faith in that, but
Right.
it would be cool.
That's true. You discussed Filoni not showing Ezra or something like that. That sounds expensive now that we talk about it.
I did. I was listening to some interviews back, and he said something about how expensive it would be to find Ezra or to get Ezra, and that
In
gave me-
filmmaking or
in filmmaking,
the people
yes,
finding him.
in making it,
okay.
But he
and
was
that be what make me nervous.
but he was cast. Like we know there's an actor.
Right.
Aye,
cast
there
for him.
is.
So
I mean, that's what the whole plot of the show has been.
Yeah,
to
is
find
finding
Ezra.
him. Yeah.
That's the first episode.
Aye,
so I'm
but-
pretty sure he's just hopefully just trying to throw us off the course.
Yeah.
Red
But
herring
Has it
or
also
whatnot.
have not been to keep Thrawn out?
Yeah.
I believe Thrawn has
That
been
is
more.
the bigger threat.
Yes.
but only Ezra knows how to keep Thrawn out because he's done it once before.
It seems that way. Yep.
Aye,
So-
but Thrawn be smart enough to not make the same mistake twice.
Sure. So they don't think they have any chance of holding him off if he gets back to their galaxy.
Agreed. Yes, and the other thing that makes me think Ezra possibly might not be in this is the fact that we just got Ahsoka the White this last episode. Not this episode, she's already the Ahsoka the White. But we got the last episode, and the reason that makes me think that we might not have him again is for the fact that they filmed the scene with Ahsoka the Grey. But at the end of Rebels, we be seeing Ahsoka the White, and their mission then is to be finding Ezra.
I see Hannah's comment there. I don't know if you want to read that.
It be making me nervous, is all I say. I be
Yeah.
shivering in my peg leg.
I agree. Hannah Roll said, "Not gonna lie, I think if they don't give us Ezra in season 1, then we may lose some faith in Filoni because we've all been hoping to see our boy Ezra in live action," which is very true. I think that would be dangerous not to put him in, especially since we have seen the actor cast. But yeah, it's possible.
I agree. I think that would be a big mistake on their part. Mm-hmm. They really should have just brought him in as Marok. Am I right?
I'm not going to let that one go.
I am never going to let that one
Just
go.
like the accent.
It better.
Sorry.
You got me right through the heart there, fact checker. Arrgh, matey.
You're outnumbered.
You're a pirate already, I see.
Well,
Cutting right to the thick of it. Yes, but so many possibilities. What be the chat be saying? I can say words, don't you worry.
So Mrs. Manrique says, Thrawn probably knows everything about the Force he could possibly learn. Makes sense. But he's not Force sensitive, is he?
He's not Force sensitive, although I did speculate in the newest Thrawn books, the canon ones, Thrawn Ascendancy, that he may have been Force sensitive in the past, and it moved on from him, as it does among many Chiss. Typically, it's the females that have the Force for the Chiss, and they lose it over time.
Okay.
But the female Chiss have the Force, and that is how they find their way in the unknown regions. Because they're not charted as well as our galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That is why they be needing them. But that's also maybe why they can get to a new galaxy and back. Potentially.
Yeah.
What if the Thrawn Ascendancy already has people in the new galaxy?
Then why wouldn't he be back already?
That's a good point. And that's probably why he's not. Because they're probably not there.
Unless he's found something better there, but...
Aye.
Yeah.
But they had to build this giant contraption just to get him back.
Yeah.
I'd be thinking he was stuck there and marooned there a long time ago.
But then once Ahsoka shows up in Gil, he's going to be like, oh, I could have done that all this time. Just kidding. Isn't that how they got there to begin with?
The Purgil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gil took him there.
Yeah.
With the help of Ezra. Ezra be calling on Gil, and Gil be answering. I wish I could tame those whales as well as he did. Make my job a lot easier on the 7 seas.
You'd just have a backup Purgil if people start blowing holes in your ship.
They be blowing holes in my ship. I could ride the Purgil to victory.
Mm-hmm. Well, a few other thoughts. So Mrs. Manrique Hannah agrees that I actually don't think Thrawn understands how the Force works. Just never really did, but they understand the importance. And she said the books talk about it a lot. So yeah, that's good.
Yeah. He's well studied, but it takes more than that to actually understand the Force, I suppose.
It is a quantity that he calculates in his brain. As the chess player he be, he still does every contingency.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then Dustin Witherell said, sounded like they wanted to retcon the Ahsoka the White finale from Rebels. Forgot where I heard that from.
Yes, Ahsoka the White. I think she be at the very end with that staff. I hope to see the staff. Do you think she be getting the staff in this episode or in the last 3 episodes?
Was it like a...
Yeah, I think probably wait till the end.
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
You are assuming? Maybe she learns some new Force powers in this new galaxy with Ezra. Maybe there's a teacher there that's teaching Ezra about the Force in this new galaxy. What do you think about that?
Could be. I didn't think of that, but yeah.
I don't think new characters would be that bad.
Right. We've already loved the Balin and Shin edition. So yeah, some new characters would be great, especially Force sensitive ones.
More Force sensitive ones. More mysticism in Star Wars be good. Makes it fun. Keeps your imagination alive, which Dave Filoni be doing. Arr. Me camera be quitting half the time. What be the chat saying again?
Well, let's see. This is a funny one. The Ninjaneer is saying, just from a title perspective, who would you think would have more knowledge, the fact checker or the librarian?
Arr, she'd be being thrown, I believe.
I would say the librarian.
I think it'd be dependent on the subject.
Yeah. I file things away and keep them in order. She checks the facts. So I don't
They
know.
work
It's
hand
up
in
for debate.
hand. Let's just say between the two of them, they are formidable foes. Formidable force is what I meant to say.
It's like,
The
oh no.
females
The
of
pirate mind is a mystery.
Agreed. The females of the team keep the target. Stay on target.
They keep us on target here.
Keep you on
Perfect.
course.
I knew
They
where you're
keep
going.
the ship on the right
I don't keep
heading.
myself on target, but
It'd be difficult when you're stuck with a pirate.
yeah, you're very distracting.
It is
Sorry.
very distracting.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I see in the comment earlier, I believe it's Mrs. Manrique, that she be talking about zombies in the new galaxy. I have heard rumor of this, that potentially Morgan Elsbeth be bringing the zombie army to life for Thrawn, and that be his army to take over the galaxy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dathomir mute magic.
Aye, there be a premise for it, for the fact that Marok, my favorite Marok, was just a zombie, if you think of it that way.
True.
The lifeless husk brought to life
Have you
from
ever
a disemboweled soul.
have you ever
Look-
encountered any zombies?
I
Undead?
have. Our Davy Jones himself I fought on the Seven Seas. He be green, just like Marok. It kind of scared me when I saw that again. It took me right back. I'm glad I wore my brown pants when I watched that episode.
Oh, too far.
Wow.
Hey, no, Pirate Dustin be hitting the rum too much.
The rum be keeping things.
What's in
Going.
there tonight?
That's where the rum went.
That's where the rum went.
Well, let's see. Skylark said, how would a Chistan, yikes, maybe a question for Dan, the Stay on Target pilot.
I love the Daniken roast
Does he
jokes.
turn purple?
Yeah,
The just turned purple.
that's what Hunter said. And then Dan said, I don't tan, I just burn. LOL.
He turned into a lobster.
Yeah.
Don't worry, he be showing up. Also, I did hear a rumor about tonight's episode or the next. Maybe spoilery.
Lobsters?
So, yes, actually.
What?
That is literally the rumor I be hearing.
Fact checker, did you check that?
That there might
Yeah,
in the future? Now
I
you
need
know.
to.
there might be some lobster people in the new galaxy.
Oh, wow.
It literally be. I heard that from our we've watched him earlier. I forget his
okay.
name
Yeah,
now.
Den of Nerds.
The Den of Nerds. He is a fine fella. He has many scoops and many takes that I
Yeah.
find interesting.
So then this would be like Pirates of the Caribbean because there was a lobster like guy in that.
Hey, I see where they're going. Oh, Pirate Dustin might fit right in with tonight's episode.
We'll just take some like popular franchises everybody loves. You got Lord of the Rings in here already.
Yeah.
Gonna add some pirates of the Caribbean.
Arr, that be
Mix them with
true.
Star Wars. Okay.
He be pulling references from all of the popular movies and franchises. Pirate mind. The lobster people I hear be breaking the internet. That's what I be hearing. And it might not be a good thing, but it might not be a bad thing. It might be a funny thing, like me.
Some more levity.
Some levity it may be.
Well, Anna says, I would be confused about the zombies. Marin and the highest granny night sister in TCWs had that crystal ball to raise them. Marin had the broken pieces in Jedi Fallen Order.
Arr. So there be more of a precedence.
Interesting.
What be happened to Marin, I suppose?
Yeah.
Marin, she was around before before the original trilogy, I mean. She beat a Night Sister as well. I wonder what happened to her if Morgan Elsbeth be one of the last. Marin might still be around. I did hear rumor that what if Marin is actually Morgan and she turned to the dark
wow.
side?
just begin and end with the same letter.
Aye. It'd be a little close.
Mm-hmm.
But that'd be interesting. You have to watch out for those witches. They're not trustworthy, let me tell ya. Maybe Marin, but Morgan? No.
So Skylark said Dan, the Stay on Target pilot, isn't on the show because he's busy leading his colony of lobster people.
Dan be leading the Copster army to victory tonight.
Yeah. And then Hunter
That's
says, "Who's
classic.
man?" Oh, what? Sorry.
You have to say that joke again, librarian.
Probably not. That was a classic joke.
Oh, nice.
You be fitting right in. Arr. I've seen a few lobsters in my day. Delicious. So, who's Marin, Hunter be asking?
Yeah.
Marin be a Night Sister who survived the Purge, and I think she have a thing with the Jedi Fallen Order survivor, Cal Kestis. She be in that game series. She's an interesting character and quite powerful, I do say. She's an interesting one. If you haven't had a chance, go check out that. It's a good game, both of them. We got about 10 minutes left before this episode goes live. I'm getting excited. How about you?
Yeah.
Hype.
Also, I did see earlier, fact checker, if you don't mind checking for me. How long is tonight's episode?
Oh, yeah. I think Icy said it, but I don't remember what he said. 46 minutes, something like that.
46 minutes?
Let me.
Lot can be done in that amount of time.
Same as last week, approximately.
Approximately. I think a bit longer.
46 minutes, yeah.
What was last week's?
I don't know.
I think it's in notes.
It was close.
Hello,
yeah. It was
Emberies.
49 minutes. So this one's a little bit shorter, but
A
really,
little
really
shorter.
close.
Close. It's close.
We're going the wrong way again, R2. We should be going up, not down. But thank you for joining us, Emberies. 46 minutes says Icy. Thank you again.
Yep, he was on target, and he said last week was 49. So
Nice.
Well done.
Any other things that we may have missed in the chat there, fact checker, for questions for tonight or ideas?
I didn't see anything,
Arr.
but I know some people are going to watch it tomorrow. So, rather than tonight, which is awesome. And we can't wait to hear what everyone thinks about the episode.
Yes, before we move on any further, I'll have to say, don't forget to join us tomorrow night. Well, it won't be me, Pirate Dustin, but the whole Stay on Target crew may be back then. And it will be a good time with lots of rum to be had. Probably not, actually, but still a good time. Same place tomorrow. And we'll be diving deep into the unknown with the Stay on Target crew, going over everything that happened in tonight's episode. And if you haven't yet, go ahead and use your hooks to hit the like button on this episode. We greatly appreciate it. Share it with your friends, share it with your enemies, and share it with your frenemies. I have got lots of those, being a pirate. You never know who'll be stabbing you in the back in a mutiny.
And taking your rum.
And taking me rum? I got me rum right here. Don't you look at it, you bounty hunters.
Yeah, I had his question.
Nothing to add, I see. That's got your tongue, eh?
Well, KG says, kudos to Dustin for keeping to the pirate speak the whole time.
Arr.
Yeah.
I do not...
Wow.
Pirate Dustin is all that's left. I killed Dustin.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, he'll be back tomorrow, though, right?
I don't know.
Okay.
You'll have to come back to see. Super excited. What do you think this episode's going to open with tonight? If I were a betting man, which I am because I'm a pirate, I'd be betting that we're going to start off with Ahsoka in the Guild. What do you think, librarian? Speaking to your mic so I can hear you.
Yes. Sure. Yeah, let's start with Ahsoka. We got to get some Hu Yang.
Hu Yang? He be one of my favorites, Hu Yang. He's kind of a pirate to me. He's got some wisdom, too.
Yeah, he's great. And then let's move. No, then we got to see Balin and Shin. I think in the middle, we got to see where they're at. I don't know about Hera, though. So, back to you. Are we going to end with Ahsoka?
Arrgh. I be thinking we end with Thrawn tonight. Him
okay.
joining the crew of the Eye of Sion. But I see here in the chat, Miss Manrique says, do you think wolves are also in Peridia? I be thinking that might be true, for the fact that Dave Filoni loved them wolves. And I heard rumor of that as well, that Ahsoka may be riding one. Potentially a way to get between this galaxy and the new galaxy. I mean, the old galaxy and the new galaxy. What do you think about that?
Either way.
I'd love to see some riding of the wolves.
Yeah, that would be epic. I mean, it would make sense to do it in Peridia.
Or especially if Peridia is more Force-centric. I feel like it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know Filoni loves the wolves, so I would be surprised if there's not any in this entire season.
Especially since it'd be Rebels Season 5.
Or could Ezra be riding the Loth Wolf?
That'd be cool too.
Yeah. We know he has connection with animals, so that makes sense.
Definitely. I also am curious to think, do you think our good friend... just lost his name. Of the crew of the Ghost. The big
Zeb?
fella. Zeb be
yeah,
showing
okay,
up in
yeah.
this season. We haven't seen him yet, and there's 3
I'd love
episodes
to see
left.
Zeb. Yes.
I be thinking he might be showing up near the end. What do you
Yes,
think?
we haven't seen him yet, so I suppose.
Yeah.
It was
Probably
such.
when. Oh, sorry. Probably Hera's going to get him back, so we'll have to wait till she creates her crew.
She might be.
Yeah.
He might be there to help her
Yeah.
get through whatever trouble she be going through.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She's going to call in the backup. I was going to say the heavy hitter.
He is the heavy hitter. A good pilot, a good hunter. He would know how to take care of Thrawn on his own if they fought hand to hand. Although Thrawn be a formidable fighter too. He be fighting those droids in Rebels, and that was scary to me.
Yeah. Yeah. That looked
Yes,
pretty-
it was.
like Hugh Yang's fighting.
Hu Yang's fighting. He kind of
Wu
reminds.
Yang versus Thrawn fight.
He would lose. Thrawn would
Throwdown.
definitely beat him.
he
But that
has
was a
4
good
limbs.
fight.
4 arms.
4 arms. He'd be channeling his inner Grievous, I always say.
We'll give him some lightsabers.
He be doing. I don't understand why he doesn't have lightsabers, being that his profession is building lightsabers.
Right.
I think no matter what happens, it's going to be epic. And it's just going to blow our minds just like last week did.
Yes.
Hey.
The bar is set so high. We
It
want to keep
is.
rising.
Yeah.
Needs to keep rising.
Yeah.
I completely agree. That is the difficult thing of speculating, because we're going into the unknown in this new galaxy. There are a few things we think might happen, and we've explained them here tonight. But what do you think again in the chat? If you're watching this later, let us know. We'd love to find out from ya. But yes, so many things, so many ideas, so many questions that must be answered. So many uncharted waters and into the unknown. We go tonight.
Yeah. Have we already discussed which episode we think we're going to see Hayden in again? Possibly as Force Ghost? I mean, we've discussed it in other episodes, but tonight I see Mrs. Manrique said Hayden Christensen is supposed to be in this or next episode too. So in what form?
In what sense? That'd be a good question, Miss Manrique. I wonder if we be getting him as an actual Force Ghost in this one. You know what would be totally surprising, actually, would be if Luke showed up and we got a Hayden Christensen Force Ghost with Luke.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think it'd be happening, but
No,
it'd
the
probably
internet
happen
would
with
go
Ahsoka. As she is now more in tune with the living Force.
Yeah.
Might be able to help her see her old pal and buddy and master.
I see the
Anakin.
count. Sorry, I saw the countdown. I was distracted. 3 minutes?
3
Yeah.
3
minutes.
minutes or so?
Literally just like
Arr.
1 minute.
Oh my
so,
goodness.
I can barely count that high as a pirate.
Yeah.
Do you have
I-
all those fingers still?
I don't want to talk about it. Also, I see Ezra Bean. Do we think Ezra Bean might be a thing tonight?
I don't know. Skylark said earlier that maybe when the Thrawn sees Sabine, maybe that's just going to be love at first sight.
Love at first sight. I still think there might be a possibility for a love triangle. I have been in a few of those in my pirate days, let me tell you. They don't always end well.
Wow. Details for another time.
For another time. Yes. But yes, we have about 1 minute left. I do hope that we get some Ezra Bean, but what if Shin and Ezra are a thing, and the three of them are a love triangle? Much time has passed.
I just don't
We
think
shall see.
there's enough time for that to develop in 3 episodes.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, for how slow-paced these be.
Yeah, well, they're not that slow paced.
But sometimes they be.
Yeah, okay.
But I agree, too much to pack in, unless they're setting up a completely new show. But they
Yeah.
also need to shut up. Shut up? They also need to shut up. No,
Wow.
They also need to set up Heir to the Empire.
Yeah.
And that might be happening tonight. But I think our time is coming to a close
Yeah.
tonight. Any last thoughts before we move on? I see we've
Yeah.
scored some booty tonight. Some
That is a good
bounty
thought
from
to finish on.
Hunter Davis, the master of all bounty hunters. He be keeping the lights on. He be keeping the ship afloat. We do
the
appreciate you,
rums.
Hunter. The rum, he keeps the rum coming, and that's my favorite part. Thank you, Hunter Davis, for that super chat. You are amazing. Are amazing. Any last thoughts, lasses, before we get up on out of here to watch this episode?
Well, Dan, the Stone Target Pilot, says one Hondo, going to be epic. Have fun watching the episode. Can't say it better than
Hey.
that.
One Hondo.
One hundo, me friends, me hearties. Any last thoughts, librarian?
No, let's go watch this.
And on that note, I think we be leaving here tonight. Thank you for joining us. We can't wait to talk about all the spoilers and non-spoilers with you tomorrow. Come back here to the same place, the same time. And it's going to be one of the best episodes ye ever see with your one eye. Enjoy tonight's episode. We'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to always stay on target. See ya. Be watching out for them whales. They took me leg the last time I ran into them. Enjoy the episode tonight. Ye haven't heard the last of Pirate Dustin.